Hello and welcome. Now the last time we explored the Atari 800 and also, took it apart and everything and, saw what's inside of it. And I played this Crazy Antics game, but I have, I don't have any other cartridges or any other way to actually load, anything on this system. So what I did was I went around and I came across the SIO2SD from Lethargic. So I could just put some ROMs on the SD card here and then just load it into that. PCBWay have a big end of year sale going on, which starts from the 2nd to the 31st of December, including a sale for HDI and Flex PCBs, which have up to 15% off. There's a free Christmas cash coupon along with 7 kinds of cash coupons. There will be a lucky draw for regular customers with gifts, Amazon gift cards and discount coupons. And lastly, there will be a Christmas project competition. There will be prizes such as swag bags, Amazon gift cards, and free cost for project prototyping. Lots going on this month, so do check out the PCBWay website. Links in the description below. Of course, no brainer, this goes into the SIO port. The SIO port, if I'm correct, was kind of like the USB of this. An analog USB, I guess. So I think what you do on this is press and hold shift while turning it on. Excuse you. I think you go up and down. So you use your joystick. Go to games. Go to games. Floppy images, I guess. Such an unfortunate sound, I'm sorry. Oh my goodness, how many freaking Okay. Alright, so let's go up. Yeah, that's right. You probably noticed me struggling to get games loading on this. This isn't the fault of the SIO2SD unit. Actually, I was in the wrong games folder. You see, many games or programs on the later Atari 800 XL or XC versions don't work on the older Atari 800 due to hardware differences. Kind of like how on the Amiga you get AGA games not being able to run on the older OCS or ECS Amigas. I finally realized the folder was wrong after a lovely half an hour of messing around with everything. Let's play one game which a certain somebody out there is not going to thank me for, because I'm sure he just got the tune out of his head. This version seems a bit more chilled out than the 7800 version. The 7800 beat NTSC? Though, it should have been PAL, shouldn't it? So why is this slower? Kinda confused. No! The one thing I'm noticing is that the droid in this one seems harder than the 7800 version. Ah, get off! The frick is like, oh, there they are. Okay, I'll show you another game. Because I'm sure you've seen this a lot on the 7800. first time I've played actual Qbert. As in actual Qbert on one of the original systems. I've played like on the Amiga, I've played like clones like Cubic and stuff like this. What? Where? Nothing happened. I said got it just as it came down. Let's see if this thing will run .cas files and cassette files. I'm not sure if it does or not. I mean, it should do. It's SIO2SD, so I can't see why not. It should run floppy files and cassette files. Well, I guess not. I loaded a few games via the SIO2SD, and it works really well. You know, I mean, if you've just got yourself an Atari 800 or Atari, you know, XCXL or something, I do recommend this, and it's the most easily available. But I'm gonna look at another solution next. Okay, so now we move on to the Ultimate Atari Cartridge. Now, this cartridge was actually much harder to get hold of. Most of the time you're going to see it in the form of the circuit board, which I'll show you. If you do end up finding, well, they were hard to find at the time. Right now I have no idea, maybe they've made more. I need to check up on the scene, what's happening with regards to this. Now I'm wondering, you know, should I have bothered with the cartridge shell or not? Because, to be honest, you just, as I said, you just open that up, put the circuit board in, and it's like fine. You forget about it. However, thinking about that now, I'm thinking, okay, if I'm gonna store and take it out and store it somewhere, you have the cartridge shell protecting it, so you know that's a positive. So yeah, actually I don't regret it. So anyway, this here is the cartridge from the inside. It's the ICs. On the other side here. Bearing in mind I've not tried this before, so it's sort of something I'm gonna try now. And also bear in mind that the shell is 3D printed, so I'm sure if you've got a 3D printer, or you know somebody who's got a 3D printer, you can just like go and print it out for yourself. Of course, simply just put it in the left cartridge slot, and of course your SD card. I already have one here with stuff in there. You just turn it on, and of course it's on straight away. You know, you don't get any beeping and farting sounds, which was happening before. So, you know, it's better. The looks of this, the directories on this, it plays ATR files, ROM files, and XEX files. So, maybe not. There's no ATR files in here. I have to say the interface feels much better, but then again, this is, you know, ROM, as opposed to kind of a program loaded there. Now the SIO2SD, of course, cannot execute ROM files like this because it's through the serial port and not the, you know, cart slot. But I'm pretty sure that, you know, the SIO2SD can, you know, execute other files which the ROM cannot. Like, I don't know, I should be able to do cassette files. I don't know why that didn't work, unless it was the wrong version or something like this. Let's try Jump on Junior. Start. Do we have to go through all this? Yes. Thank you. I don't know. What? I thought it was Miss Pac-Man for a second. Ah! Okay, maybe speed 1 was too quick. That bullet. The Amiga version of this is the best. Myself and Ivan were playing it on a nostalgia time, and it was absolutely hilarious. Too slow. You could barely even control the other ones so fast. Well done. You learn how to play the darn game first before you go nuts on it. Go on! How did that? Oh, you did that. What happened? Go down, please. Once you did double jump. For some reason, you kept your finger on it.
Well, it's destiny now.
Go down.
Why?
Because it's the easier way to get there.
Okay, fine.
You're doing a freaking like going around the world just to get there. No, up, yeah. Now go here slowly. So that's it. Now up, jump. Yes.
Oh god, I did so well. I jumped over it.
You did the best moves. It's the sound effects that do it for me. On the Amiga version. Hey, I thought you climbed down the darn thing. You do though. Electrocution? This is different. The next level in the Amiga version was fire. Maybe they changed it. Oh! Okay, well they've changed it. It was... Okay, this is much harder than the Amiga one.
Oh my god. This is even harder, and I've only got 2 lives left.
Just at the end. Just chill.
Yeah. I laugh at your bum.
I didn't laugh at anyone's bum. Let's go back to the ladder.
I jumped!
I jumped! Oh, for freak's sake. Go away! I was stuck on the ladder. Attack of the mutant camels. Let's play this. Does it feel a bit like Grid Runner? Yeah, this, the card is definitely much easier to handle because it's like you just turn it on and off and it goes to the screen rather than having to press shift and all that. So I do like that about this. You know what, there's some files on this card I'm gonna try, so let's turn it off. Let's take that card off, put this one in there. Some XEX games. Because there's Robotron, which I've been wanting to... There's a ROM, actually. No, it's firing at it. I thought it was at least. The SIO2SD, even though it seems a little bit of a fiddly solution to loading games, as you saw earlier on, that's only because we've looked at the ultimate card. Of course, in comparison to Serial, the flash ROM cartridge is obviously going to be quicker. However, the SIO2SD solution is quite decent if you compare it to old school tape and disk loading. and it's still, I still deem it quite a good method. I'm not sure about this moment, but when I was in search for the ultimate flash card, sure, compared to the SIO2SD, it is better, faster, it's just instant. However, at the same time, I went through quite a few hurdles and struggled to find one for sale. Once I did, it was in the US, and I'm sure many of you know what it's like these days to send and receive things between US and Europe. Luckily, I had a friend over there who was going to send me a couple of other things. I bought the card and had it sent over to his address, and he sent it to me along with the other things which, I bought from Atari Age. I would love to buy more from Atari Age, admittedly, but the price inflates ridiculously. When you add shipping and then import tax and duty, the cost just becomes unjustifiable. Now, back when I got the SIO2SD and then later the Ultimate Flash Card, I didn't even get the chance to use the flash card when I came across this, the Incognito board. Okay, I had bought the other two, but since the Incognito board would turn my Atari 800 into an XL XE system, not to mention many other goodies on it, like, increasing the memory all the way to 1 megabyte, I just had to get it. The next video I'll be installing the Incognito board and getting it working on my Atari 800. Do stay tuned for that, as it will be quite a project. Unfortunately, the Incognito board is not as straightforward as slotting a card into the ROM slot and just closing the cover. Anyway, that's all for today. Thanks so much for your likes, your shares. Do leave your thoughts in the comments below. Don't forget to check out my other videos and do subscribe for more. For now, I will say adios! Many thanks to all my patrons for supporting my channel, especially to my supporters who deserve an extra special thank you. Electronscape, Rich Garbett, Axel Dominator, Starlight Minako, Cameltech, Stephen Leary, and Chris Zablinski. Do see the video descriptions below to check out my patrons' websites and YouTube channels.